In 1972, a band emerged from the island of Jersey with an eclectic take on rustic art rock and then promptly changed their name and identity. I am talking about the Parlour Band, and from their 1972 release is A Friend, the track Evening. Hear that chromatic ascent descent with the backward looping. Yeah, backward cymbaling over that rather pensive structured na 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 na. And also some of the backward guitar lines that meow, meow, syncopated, like kind of lurch of a more kind of like a stomp, more kind of like a caveman procession. Well, kind of like a bum 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 bum. Yeah, yeah. It's kind of like no accent on the frontal beat, and then like three wallops on the 2, 3, and 4. Okay, here the separate. Here in my left channel, I've got this kind of like full icy organ sound, giving us these sustained notes. We've got like the guitar part in the center, like in the same key, basically. And then the piano in my right speaker giving some accents like da-da-lum, da-da-lum, da-dum. Okay, a pretty melodramatic sound taking shape. Let's see, who are some of the players here? Percussion, Jerry Robbins. Electric guitar, Pix, who I believe is the main creative force behind this, the main songwriter anyway. Electric bass, Mark Ashley Anders. And on a whole bunch of different guitars, Craig Anders. Yeah, slide guitar, electric guitar, acoustic guitar. And Peter Filleul on vocals, keyboards, acoustic guitar. Yeah, that name showed up on that Tarney Spencer album, Three's a Crowd. Okay, I stand corrected. It's Filleul is the main songwriter here, it looks like. Yeah, not Pix. Although... he wouldn't be after they changed their identity, I don't think. Okay, now we are going into a very different type of passage. I can have a romance in the evening. Okay, what did I tell you about eclectic at the beginning? Yeah, already this has gone through like 3 different styles. At the start, it sounded like it was going to be kind of a psychedelic piece. Then it was turning into this really kind of like heavy, kind of like I don't know, like Uriah Heep-ish type of number, and like with really thick, crunchy, guitar and organ and plodding rhythmics. And now we're going more kind of into a ballady. I can make a lover hit the ceiling. Yeah, very melodic, with very eloquent vocals and. Dawning of the night is a season. Despite this being like a kind of ballady, airy passage with a lot of like kind of like debonair vocalizing and sustained octaves and stuff like that. Notice how active the drummer is remaining. He's not just kind of keeping the pace. He's really just somewhat quietly just playing right over everything. Okay, maybe not right now, but over the few bars we were just in. I love those harmonies, yeah. Okay, what did I tell you about? There's a drum roll right there. Yeah, three of them are singing, or no, four of them are harmonizing. Yeah, and yeah, kind of giving somewhat of that kind of mid '60s vibe. Already, I kind of feel like I've passed through a few different time periods already. Like somewhere like right now I feel like I'm in like 1967 or something. Whereas 2 minutes ago I felt it really did feel like 1972. It's just passing through kind of different spots in the timeline of that period, of that whole era. In the autumn of your lifetime. See, now we got some snare going on. Yeah, the drummer's being constantly creative, finding different ways to accent. That's what I love about the '70s. I've said it before. I'll say it. And then hear how that guitarist took that line away, just took that bar away and just played off of it. And now that riff again, I think maybe in a different key. I can't remember if it was in D minor last time. Now B flat. A minor. Oh, I love how that keyboardist threw in a seventh. He went to C. Yeah, the mixture of like the sustained organ, that kind of plodding rhythm, bum bum bum. Yeah, 3 downbeats per bar. Yeah, 2 3 4, 2 3 4, like that, and then that piano bit, that diddlum diddlum, the tension it creates. And I must give them props for having found a way to sequence this movement in with that beautiful, like harmony-laden passage that we just went through. And I don't know if it's coming back. I can't remember or not. But because they were obviously two very different ideas that were probably written at different times, had these two different song bits, and thought, And they couldn't quite develop either one of them to a full song, maybe. And then they just found a way to piece them together, like into one piece. Okay, that's my theory anyway. I could be wrong. It could have been they went through done this piece and let's create kind of like a contrast between night and day, or. Oh, pay attention to that descent on that, kind of like a walking down the stairway type of piano descent. Yeah, that's how they sequence from that part that we just heard to. Okay, that's going from down A minor. G major 7th. Now the guitarist is being a lot more active, playing a lot more kind of fiddly bits there. Beautiful harmonies, yeah, right out of like Rubber Soul or something. Or Pet Sounds. having some like Marshall rhythms through these flats and sharps. Yeah, yeah. Now we're in like a E flat. Your eyes will seek the dark forever. I love how that little line plays off that F. It lands in F, and then, you know. Now we're going through some kind of like half steps, and just once again that some the pensive feel that we've heard in other sections, but a different sequence of chords. Evening by the Parlour Band. Overall, I think it had like about 5 distinct movements in it, and just sequencing rather effortlessly from one to the other, despite the drastic differences in some of the sections, and all in the span of like 5 minutes. And you know, I didn't even think of looking up the lyrics to that one. But with an evening, I think the music is pretty self-explanatory with a title like that. This band would go on to become a band called O, or the O Band, and they would release 4 albums under that name between 1974 and 1977, and except they went through a big stylistic change there, and no, the lyrics are not online, and I don't think used the same writer. It's like on this the guy I mentioned, yeah, Peter Filleul. I guess they decided they didn't quite want to go this rustic art pop, this like eclectic route. They wanted to be more kind of like a boogie band, but that's a topic for another video. They as the O Band though they did arguably never reached these heights again, but they had a few moments like The Knife, yeah, Love Like Diamond, I think. Anyway, for more Rubies and Sapphires from the Parlour Band album, see the directory of albums by English P artists linked in the description below for red hot tracks and purples from this album and other English bands in the P part of the alphabet, like Pato, and many more. I was just thinking this might be the only band I know of to come from the island of Jersey in the English Channel. Yeah, the P directory anyway is like more than like 250 some odd titles strong. You know, from the late 60s to the mid 80s. Like and subscribe, follow me on social media, share the video, and leave a comment if there are any observations you have about the track we just heard, the sections, the instrumentation, the counterpoint, the rhythmic, you know, patterns, and the arrangements, even the lyrics if you know them by heart. Yeah, what are your observations of the meaning? And until next time, this is Zaragon, the world's most ear-traveled Triveximist, signing off.